This video is going to go through some more rhombus examples for you because on the scavenger hunt people were having a little bit of difficulty. So we're not going to do a lot of algebra here, but if you really pay attention to the angle problems, you'll see what you should do when you have an algebraic expression instead of just a degree measure. So for problem number 1, it says if OB is 2x plus 1, so OB is from here to here, and BR is 3x minus 10, we need to find the length of OR. So since in a rhombus diagonals bisect each other, that means RB and OB will be congruent. So 2x plus 1 equals 3x minus 10. If we add 10, subtract 2x, x is 11. Now we're not finished. We need to substitute in 2 times 11 plus 1, 23. So if OB is 23, OR is twice that amount, 46. If our M is 18, then RH, OH, and OM, all sides of a rhombus, are congruent. So they will all be 18. Now, where you would use Pythagorean theorem is remembering that all of these angles where the diagonals intersect are 90 degrees. The sides of the rhombus act like the hypotenuse of your right triangle. So if you did Pythagorean theorem, it would be this segment squared plus this segment squared equals this segment squared. So when you're trying to find a missing piece of a diagonal or a missing side, that's when you need to think about Pythagorean theorem and label your drawings with whatever this length is, whatever this length is, and this length, and then you'll use Pythagorean theorem. When we talk about angles, if the measure of angle 3 is 8x minus 6, since all these angles at the center are 90, 8x minus 6 equals 90, and x will equal 12. Now, if angle 7 is 61 degrees, I can put a 61 right here. I know that the angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So one way I can find angle 6 is by doing 90 plus 61, which is 151, and 180 minus 151, which give me 29 for this angle. Since the diagonals bisect the angles, it splits it into 2 congruent parts. So these would both be 61, these would both be 29. Since opposite angles are congruent, 2 and 4 would also be 61. So we want the measure of angle RHO, which is the entire angle, 5 and 6 together. 29 plus 29 would be 58 degrees. And MOH, if you wanted that angle, that would be 61 plus 61, and that would equal 122. And these two together should equal 180 because same side angles on a rhombus are congruent. Supplementary, excuse me. So the same side angles have to add up to 180 degrees. So let's try a Pythagorean theorem problem as well. So let's say that we use this information and RM is 18. And let's say MB was 11. If we use Pythagorean theorem to find RB, then we would do 18 squared, because that's the hypotenuse, minus 11 squared. And rounded to the nearest tenth, that would be 14.2. So again, when you are doing Pythagorean theorem in a rhombus, you're looking for these small right triangles and making sure you have at least 2 of the sides to work with. So hopefully that'll help you out to finish up the scavenger hunt today.